Howdy partner, Animal Man here. Hey guys, today we're going to teach you another trap with our wire snares. This is called a squirrel pole. Very different from the squirrel ramp. If you watch the squirrel ramp video, and if you haven't seen it, there's going to be a link to it right about here. If you've seen that video, you'll know that I mentioned when you're setting traps for animals, you never put bait on a known animal trail, because for them that spooks them out. They know that there was not bait there before. They're going to be very, very wary of that and probably not go in your trap. They'll go around it. But you do use bait in places that are nearby the trail, and the animal will smell the bait and be drawn to it, and they'll think they found it themselves. So that's the mentality here. So with this squirrel pole, we're going to find a tree branch that goes horizontal or close to it, or in this case, this tree has bent down and it's kind of parallel with the ground. This will work also. If there's no place nearby your animal trail that there's a tree branch like this, you can lash a pole up across two trees and lash it there, and that'll work as well. And this is a set for squirrels. So for this, we're going to put a little dab of bait in the middle, and we're going to put 2 snares on either side of that bait. And you've got to get through the gauntlet of snares to get to that bait and back out. So chances are you may catch one or up to several squirrels using this method. So make sure this is at least, you know, your armpit or chest height off the ground. That way they've got enough room that when they hang, they're not going to be grabbing the ground. Make sure there's no branches they can grab onto that'll interfere with how this trap works. So I'm going to get some snares out, get the bait out, show you how this is done. So we're going to say the bait's going to go here right in the middle, so we'll have a snare here. I'm just going to attach them for now. Attach it and let it hang there. I'm going to make a little cut in the bark, that way our snare has somewhere to attach onto. Yeah, that's good. I mentioned this in the squirrel ramp video, but this is for a gray squirrel. You want the noose to be a little larger than their head, so it's about a 2-inch diameter circle for a gray squirrel. You can see that right there. And then we're going to just stick it underneath that bark we just made the cut into. And you want the bottom of that snare to be centered over this pole, and you want the bottom of that snare to be about 1.5 inches, 2 inches above the pole. So here's our circle right there, about as our circle. My fingers are around it. So that's a good set. Just remember, these traps are illegal. They're for emergency use only if you're going to starve, and you can't. There's really no way to practice this without making it lethal. Unlike some primitive traps, there's really no way to practice this one. You practice it while you're there, setting it, taking it down. You never walk away with one of these set unless you mean it, unless you're using this for legit purposes in an emergency. We're going to go in our emergency snaring kit and get our bait. Here's our peanut butter. And all we need is a little dab, about like that. That is all you need. Squirrels will smell that and come running. So here's the middle of our trap right here. And there goes the bait. That's all you need. So there's the bait. 2 snares there. 2 snares there. So here's how it works. The squirrel is nearby on its trail. It smells that peanut butter, and it can't resist the aroma. And it goes through, and maybe it makes it through snare number 1, it hops over it, but then it gets to snare number 2, and it goes, ah, peanut butter! And it feels a snare around it. It tightens up around its neck, and it jumps to safety, or so it thinks. Yeah. You guys ever watch Ice Age? Scrat, that saber-toothed squirrel? Yeah. There you go. Peanut butter, jelly, jelly. Peanut butter, jelly, jelly. Then you take the squirrel and you eat them. You eat them. You eat them, eat them, eat them.